Good afternoon everyone, how are you? This is Louise from Faith Food Catering Events. Excuse my voice, I'm losing it. Ed's really happy about that, but I'm not. I've got a really sore throat. Anyway, today I'm going to show you how we're going to be doing our family favourite homemade curry with our tomato based sauce. So let's get cooking. Okay, so here we have the hidden veg tomato based sauce. It's in 4 containers, so it's easy to put in the freezer. And then we've got the chicken. We've got some frozen onions. Obviously, you can cut your own. It's easier to do the frozen. Some frozen peppers that I had left over, and I've got these peppers that I had left over from a salad last night. And we've got garlic. Not obviously use all that garlic. And then the most important, my energy drink, because I need it this morning. Okay, so these are optional. My kids love peas in their curries. We're actually going to put it in the rice, not in the curry. So they're going to have peas and rice and then the curry separate. So now we've got our arrangements of spices. So we've got around about a tablespoon of fenugreek. These are the fenugreek seeds. I'm going to grind them first. I'm going to toast them and grind them before I put them in the pot. A tablespoon of curry powder, a tablespoon of garam masala, a teaspoon of cumin powder, a teaspoon of turmeric, a tablespoon of smoked paprika. You can use normal paprika or sweet paprika, but I like smoked, as everybody knows by now. And a tablespoon of cilantro, ground cilantro, coriander seeds. And then we've got a teaspoon of salt. I've used garlic salt, but you use normal salt if you like, and a teaspoon of pepper. So I'm going to toast up some fenugreek seeds. So the toasting process just adds a little bit of like a nutty flavour to the dish. It's not essential, but it does bring out the oils in the fenugreek seeds and intensifies the flavours. So this should take around about 2 to 3 minutes or until they start popping. Okay, so if you can listen carefully and you can see it just starting to crackle and pop. Turn the extractor flour so you can hear it. To this stage, because what you don't want to do is burn it. So I think that's about right now. Okay. Into pressing the water. As you can see, I've not done a lot of these because this is going to be a very kind of mild, not mild in heat, mild in flavour, because it's aimed for families and children. Now obviously you can add and you can take away. I've got about a tablespoon. Let's have a look. Focus. So this is the ground fenugreek seeds. Okay, so what I've got here is, I know this looks a lot, but as I said, we are cooking for the school today. So I'm incorporating the lunch for the school in with our lunch and the video. So this is around about 5 tablespoons of oil and around about 15 to 20 grams of butter. And just put it on put it on a high heat until it starts melting, and then we're going to turn it onto a medium heat. So we're going to start by adding the onions to the pan. So as soon as you start hearing that sizzling, you want to turn it down to about medium heat, because all we're doing is we're softening the onions. We're not frying them, we don't want them going gold, we just want them nice, soft and translucent. Just break down any of the frozen ones. Okay, so the onions are nice and translucent now, so we can add our garlic. So So I've chopped around about 5 cloves of garlic here. I've only got myself today, so I couldn't hold the knife and chop the garlic, but there's about 5 cloves there. So I'm going to transfer that into the pan. Okay, the garlic's in the pan now. I'm going to let that soften down a little bit. Never put the garlic in the pan with the onions to start with, because you don't want burnt garlic. The garlic burns quite easily. So give that a bit of a stir, and then I'm going to add the spices. So all the spices are going in, including the toasted and ground fenugreek. And just give that a little bit of a stir. If it's bubbling a bit too much, turn it down, because again, you don't want to burn the spices. This one's perfect. And then all the flavours of the spices are going in: the oil, the butter, the onions, the garlic. Oh my god, it just smells amazing. Oh, God, I love curry so much. Okay, so now Eddie's back. He's going to cook the chicken. It is frozen, but don't worry about that, because it's going to be cooking for so long in the pan, so you don't have to worry about it. Yes, it is easy to cook. Not completely frozen, it is just a little bit further on the edges, but they're absolutely fine. Now you can cut it into chunks, slices, dices, however you want. You can marinate this in spices before you do and make it like a chicken tikka, but we're not going to do that today. We're going for easy, quick and family friendly. So the chicken's in, now we have to give it a stir. Thank you, darling. Just holding the pan for me so it doesn't go flying. So I've turned it right down. I might turn it up a little bit just to get the juices out of the chicken, but I want to get all the chicken coated in the delicious onions and spices. My mouth is watering. Are you looking forward to this tonight, darling?
I am.
Makes a change me cooking, innit?
It does.
How did you get? I was being sarcastic. I always cook. There we go. Being alright for now, letting it settle down a bit. Turn it up a little bit. Just turn that medium. Okay, so I've put the lid on because some of the juices were evaporating and we want to keep all the juices in. So let's have a look. Okay, so just give it a little bit of a stir. Now obviously if you're just cooking for 2, 3, 4, maybe 5 people, once you've cut your onions and your garlic and all your herbs, all this can be put into a slow cooker or a crock pot. It doesn't have to be put on the stove like this, and you don't have to keep stirring it. The only reason why I'm doing it is just purely because of the amount of chicken, and I want all the chicken coated evenly. But like I say, if you're only cooking for a small family then, or even a large family, if you've got a crock pot or a slow cooker big enough, then just pop it all in there and leave it. Probably, I would say, 8 hours on low or 4 hours on high. Okay, so all the chicken is now coated in that lovely flavours. Them lovely flavours, should I say. I've just popped in the fresh peppers that I had left over from the salad yesterday. I'm going to mix them in. The other peppers I'm not going to put in till right at the end, because I like them to keep the colour, and the longer you keep them, they lose their colour. So, but these, because they're fresh, they need cooking for longer. So I'm going to put the lid back on that now and let it simmer for another 2 minutes. Okay, we're now going to add the sauce. So this, you can't see from the steam, but this is our homemade tomato based sauce. It contains lots of vitamins, minerals, protein, fibre. If you didn't watch the video the other week, I'll put a link in the description box to the video, but this is an amazing versatile way to get vitamins and minerals into your children, into your family, without them even knowing it. It can be, as you can see, made into curry. It can be a pasta sauce, or if you thicken it up a little bit with a bit of cream, it can even be added on top of a maybe chicken breast with some cheese. It's just so versatile. So we're just giving it a little bit of a stir, and then pop the lid back on, and it'll probably take another half an hour now. Okay, so while the chicken is cooking, the curry's cooking, we're just going to add a little bit of salt to a boiling pan of water. You've got the low sodium salt, but you can use any salt, get garlic salt, table salt, whichever you like. And then we're just going to add the rice. So the general rule of thumb is 1 cup of rice to 1 cup of water. But obviously we're cooking for quite a few people, so we're winging it today. Now if you want sticky rice, then we suggest that you rinse it first. There you go, you just put the lid on and let it boil for around about 20 minutes. Now the curry's been cooking for about 20 minutes now, so we're going to add the peppers. Now as I said before, these peppers are the frozen ones, so they literally just need warming up. Okay, put the lid back on. Oh, the chicken looks all nice and tender now, it's breaking down. Lovely. The smell is incredible. Right, put the lid back on for another 5 minutes or so. Okay, so we are now done. The chicken is tender and falling apart. I've just had a little taste and it's absolutely perfect. Now obviously, depending on who you're cooking for, if it's for adults, you can add chilli into it, you can add more spices, you know, it's up to you. And then this part is optional as well. I'm going to add some cream, cooking cream, and this just gives it a nice creamy, little bit like a masala kind of flavour. So add a bit at a time. Obviously, as always, you add as much as you want for your flavour. Okay, so we are now done. Apologies for the steam, but obviously can't help that. The chicken is now cooked and mega tender and breaking up. So gorgeous. I've just had a little taste. It's perfect. So here's the rice and peas. So we added the peas literally the last minute of the rice being cooked because they just need to warm through. Then once the peas are warm through, drain it and ready to serve. And here's the finished plate. Rice on the bottom, curry on the top. You can add a little bit of coriander on top for a bit of flavour and decoration, but that's up to you. So here's your high protein, high fibre, lots of vitamins and minerals curry, which the kids think that they're having a treat, and you know they're getting some goodness inside them.